Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ServiceNow 911 in the series of change management. We are at part number 6 where we will discuss change approval policies. So let's go to the instance, navigate to change management, approval policies. You see here these are change policies. Click on approval policies. So these are the 4 or 5 out of box policies which are available. So what are change approval policies? In our last video of change management we discussed about models. These models were given enough opportunity and freedom for a change manager to create changes, to create processes related to changes based on various scenarios in their organization. So just like models, we have change approval policies. Change management team or change managers are given opportunity, given freedom to create, to configure approvals directly. Okay, and we just use these approval policies in the flow designers like this. You see, we are directly using this apply change approval policy action and using the same emergency change policy, and this policy is coming from here. You see, emergency change policy. Just like flow designers, in workflow as well we have policy approval activity. There we can easily select the approval activity directly from this table. So it is configured here by the change team, by the change managers, and then directly used in the workflows or flow designers. Whenever there is a change in business requirement or there is a change in the models, you can easily come here and update the policies with respect to the new model which you have created. So now let's go to this one, emergency change policy. Here basically in any policy we have 3 parts: policy input, decisions, and finally change approval definition. So under policy input we define the variables. These variables are nothing but name of the tables, name of the field, okay, mostly, and we are using these variables within the decisions. How we are using it I will show you just in a minute. So now open this particular policy input for emergency change. So here we have type, and that is reference. The label is change request, as well as the column name is change underscore request. So this column name is the name of the table basically, and the reference which we are providing is the change request. So why we are adding these values? In case in decision we need any hard coded value from change, or we need any kind of field from change, okay, in that case that will be delivered directly from here, because we are providing the variable and it will be used there. In the same way we can create a number of variables like any other table, for example incident. So if I write incident here, incident column will be available, and then you have to select the reference as incident, and then incident fields or incident data will be appearing in the decisions. Okay, so now let's open the decision. So what is in the decision? Decision is nothing but the conditions which get satisfied. Once these conditions are satisfied, then only this particular cab approval definition will trigger. Okay, or we can say the approvals will trigger to the appropriate group or appropriate people. So here it is required cab approval. Because this is emergency change, we only need one approval, that is a cab approval, and that is whenever the state is authorized. Okay, so you see change request dot state is coming here because the variable is supplying the change request thing. So if I go to fields, you see only 3 fields are coming: change request and sysID. This change request is coming from input variable. If I add one more variable, it also will come here. Okay, so if I click here, you will see this is directly redirecting to the change record in case I want to do any kind of hard coding here. But we don't want to do that. We just want show related fields, change fields, state is authorized. Okay, that's it. You can add the conditions as per your requirement, but for the time being this is the default condition. Okay, so now as soon as these conditions are met, we have the policy approval action. You see approval definition here. This definition will get triggered, and from here the definition is cab approval, right? So let's open cab approval, and here we have provided the name of the group. As simple as that. You can update all these steps, but this is the main thing. It is mandatory and it is sending approvals to cab approval. So I hope you understand what are change policy approvals. Based on your requirements, you can design so, and no need to update or modify things directly in the workflow. Just do it by using change policy approvals and modify it directly within the instance. No need to ask any developer to update it. As simple as that. Okay. Thank you so much. Wait for my other videos. Bye bye. Thank you.